Archangel Michael says this is a divine moment that will shatter illusions and reveal what was hidden all along. You were not supposed to know this yet, but something in the spirit realm has shifted, and now the truth must rise to the surface. This warning is not to scare you, but to prepare you, because your sister has been walking a dangerous path behind your back. There are forces that have been trying to shield you from the pain this truth may bring, but those forces have now stepped aside. A revelation has been permitted, and your eyes will open in ways that may shake you to your core. You felt the tension building, the quiet storm approaching, but now it will speak. Your sister is no longer who you thought she was. Her smile has been a cover, and the tears you saw her cry were not always for pain, but sometimes for guilt. Something she has done, or is about to do, will try to entangle you in a trap not meant for your soul. Someone from your past has re-entered her life, someone she should have shut the door on long ago. This person carries heavy spiritual weight, and they are dragging her into something dark and destructive. But what your sister does not know is that she is not just risking her own soul, she is drawing yours into the fire too. Type Amen to get blessing 333. It began with silence, with little changes in her behavior, with late-night calls and secrets whispered behind locked doors. You sensed it, but you brushed it aside, thinking maybe it was just stress or life wearing her down. But the truth is, something more sinister was creeping in. Your sister has entered into an agreement, one not made on paper but in spirit. It's a binding she did not fully understand at first, but now it holds her tight, and the worst part is, she is starting to believe in the darkness she once feared. You've been chosen as the one to break this chain, and that is why this warning has reached you. There's a spiritual inheritance on your life, one that radiates light and healing. That light is a threat to the dark presence now clinging to her. It wants to destroy your sister's mind, break her soul, and use her hands to do things that will cause irreversible harm. There's something she's planning to do within the next few days that could change everything, for both of you. She doesn't fully grasp how serious it is, but in the realm beyond what your eyes can see, warriors are gathering. They are preparing to intervene, but your obedience and alertness are required. Type Amen to get blessing 778. She's been speaking to someone you don't know, someone she met recently, or perhaps from years ago, now resurfaced with a purpose. This person has whispered lies into her ears, words that sound like love but are laced with deception. Your sister believes she's finally found understanding, but she is being led into a dangerous ritual, and it must be stopped. There's an item in her room, maybe a gift, a charm, a journal, or even a locked box, that is carrying spiritual energy. You've walked past it before without knowing, but now that your spirit is being awakened, you'll sense it when you're near. The energy will feel heavy, like a cold breath behind your neck. You may feel emotional swings around her, intense anger, sadness, or anxiety that seems to come from nowhere. That is the darkness trying to penetrate your atmosphere. But Archangel Michael says your authority is greater, and you will not be overtaken. Your sister is having dreams she won't tell you about. In these dreams, she sees herself doing things she never thought possible, saying things that aren't hers. These are spiritual messages attempting to take root in her mind, and they must be broken. Type Amen to get blessing 412. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Soon, you may hear her speak differently, almost as if she's not herself. Watch her eyes when she talks. There's a moment, a flicker, where you'll see something shift. That is when the presence tries to take control. You will need to speak truth into her atmosphere, even if your voice shakes. It may be as simple as entering the room and whispering the name that holds power. When you do, a reaction will happen, and she may feel discomfort, but do not stop. There will be resistance. She may push you away, accuse you, or cry out in confusion. But deep within her spirit, she is hoping someone will come and pull her out of this. Archangel Michael says your prayers have already activated a light she cannot deny. There are angels now stationed around your home, around her room, and at the place where she meets this other person. The battle is not lost, but time is running short. Type Amen to get blessing 591. She may suddenly try to leave for a trip or meeting that she doesn't clearly explain. Don't let her go without placing something blessed near her. Even if she doesn't know it's there, it will act as a shield against the assignment. There's money being involved now, gifts, offerings, or sudden financial movements that don't make sense. This is not just material, it's spiritual. They are trying to buy her allegiance, and you must stand in the gap before it becomes a debt too costly to pay. A person wearing red, or associated with red, will come around her soon. Their presence is not safe. They may smile, they may appear friendly, but you must not trust the energy they bring. She may begin to isolate herself or spend more time online in secret communications. There's a spiritual web being woven around her, and your prayers are the fire that can burn it down. Type Amen to get blessing 847. Archangel Michael says she once had a calling similar to yours, but jealousy entered when she saw you rise. That jealousy was quiet, like a poison in small drops, but it opened the door to influence from places she should never have touched. Now it's grown, and the enemy is trying to use her as a weapon against you. This is why your emotions have been heavy. This is why your dreams have been confusing, filled with shadows and fragments. The spiritual realm has been sounding alarms, and now you are receiving the full warning. You were chosen not to fight her, but to fight for her. The battle is not sister against sister. It is light against darkness, truth against confusion, and only love can lead her out. But love without discernment is powerless. You must be alert, bold, and ready. Soon, a moment will come when she needs you more than ever, but she won't know how to ask. Type Amen to get blessing 936. You'll receive a call or message from her, perhaps short, perhaps strange. Don't ignore it. That will be your signal, your divine nudge to act immediately. She may confess something to you, something that shocks you. Don't react with anger. Your response will determine how much she reveals. There is an enemy watching her movements, and that enemy knows your influence can pull her back. That is why attacks have tried to come against you lately: random chaos, fatigue, misunderstanding. They are all distractions to weaken your guard. You must rise now with a new level of alertness. Begin preparing your space spiritually. Remove things that feel heavy, objects with unknown origins, and open the windows to let light and sound in. Type Amen to get blessing 1093. Archangel Michael says the next 7 days are crucial. You'll feel pressure, emotional weight, and strange moments, but don't be afraid. These are the signs that your intervention is working. Your sister's heart will begin to soften, but then the darkness will try one final pull. It may manifest as an emotional breakdown, an argument, or a sudden urge to run. But if you stay firm, it will pass, and light will begin to return. Someone from her past is tied to this battle, someone she trusted once. This person has become a vessel for destruction and has wrapped their darkness in flattery and mystery. Do not be fooled. You may feel betrayed, even heartbroken by what you discover. But hold on. You were warned not to harm you, but to position you as the one who delivers. Type Amen to get blessing 1204. There's a journal she's kept or a message she wrote but never sent. In it are the truths her heart couldn't say out loud. Soon you may find it, and when you do, you'll cry, but you'll also understand. She remembers everything, your childhood laughter, your secrets, your shared dreams. That connection is not lost. It is the bridge she will walk across when her soul is ready to return. You must anoint your door, her room, and the space where she rests. Speak light even when she's not listening. Spiritual words do not die, they wait for the moment to bloom. Your sister is still reachable, still savable. The danger is real, but so is the love that will lead her out. Do not give up. Type Amen to get blessing 1388. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. In the next week, you may see strange signs, electrical flickers, sudden feelings, even objects falling. These are not random. They are shifts in the spiritual atmosphere reacting to your authority rising. You may receive dreams that feel more vivid than usual. Write them down. One will hold a clear direction, even a name or place, and it will be key. Her eyes may look tired, her laughter forced, her spirit weary. Don't be fooled by the mask. She is waiting for a rescue, even if she won't say it. And when the moment comes, and it will, you will be her anchor. You were always meant to be. This is not a battle of blood but of purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 1477. When this storm passes, your sister will awaken in ways she never has. Her calling will return stronger. The light that once flickered will burn again. And she will thank you, not with words, but with her life. A restored life. A protected destiny. Archangel Michael says you were made for this. The light you carry was chosen before time. You are her deliverance. Now rise, stay alert, and walk in your divine assignment. Heaven has moved, and so must you. The time is now. Type Amen to get blessing 1500. She may appear calm in the coming days, but that calm is deceptive. It's a cover used by the Spirit trying to confuse you into believing the storm is over. Do not be lulled into silence now, because the most critical part of her breakthrough is still ahead. You will notice strange patterns repeating, times when she avoids you, keeps secrets, or suddenly becomes overly affectionate. These are symptoms of the pull between two powers fighting for her soul. One is the light you bring, and the other is the Spirit trying to silence her truth. She may be offered a new opportunity soon, a job, a trip, or a business proposal. Be cautious. This is not favor, it is a spiritual setup designed to separate her from everything good and bring her further into manipulation. The person involved with her now is spiritually dangerous. They are not just after her, but they are a key to pulling others into the trap. By disconnecting her, you will cut off that entryway. This is about legacy, not just survival. Type Amen to get blessing 1682. You will find a photo, object, or message she once cherished. It will fall into your hands unexpectedly, and when it does, you'll feel a rush of emotion. This will be your final confirmation that the battle is real and winnable. She once prayed to be free. Long ago, in the quiet of her tears, she asked for someone to stand up for her soul. You are that answer, walking and breathing, called by name for this hour. She may resist, she may scream, she may collapse in pain or anger. But let her feel it. Let it rise, because that is how the poison exits. You are not alone. All of heaven stands with you. There are unseen hands holding back the worst of the storm until you complete your assignment. Type Amen to get blessing 1745. Your sister may speak words that don't seem like her. Words full of hopelessness, fear, or rejection. These are not her spirit, they are the voices trying to drown her truth. You must not argue or debate her. Instead, love her with a fierce and steady presence. Your peace will confuse the darkness trying to speak through her. She may mention someone by name, a person you've never heard of. Don't ignore it. That name carries spiritual weight, and once it's spoken, you'll be given insight into the next move. Prepare yourself emotionally. This may hurt before it heals. But the healing will be so deep, so real, that it will cover generations after you. Type Amen to get blessing 1900. There's a place she visits, maybe physically or online, that is draining her spirit. You'll soon be shown where it is. When you are, begin to pray over that location, because she will feel the shift. It is possible she has dabbled in things she doesn't fully understand, rituals, beliefs, or connections disguised as help. This is how it started. Innocently. But now the spirit behind it wants full control. If you've seen changes in her handwriting, her eyes, or how she dresses, those are not coincidences. They're symptoms of transformation, some natural, some deeply spiritual. Learn to discern the difference. Your role is not to fix her. It is to stand so firmly in light that the darkness cannot stay near her. That is how this will be won. Type Amen to get blessing 2033. You may cry unexpectedly. You may feel heavy in your chest, like a weight pressing down when you're near her. That's the spiritual burden of intercession, and it means the transformation is close. There will be one night, soon, when she breaks. You'll hear her crying or sense something shift in the atmosphere. That is your cue. Stay near. Stay silent. Let the light do the work. She will begin to speak things she was never brave enough to admit. Secrets. Mistakes. Regrets. Do not interrupt her. Just listen. It is her soul finally unclenching its fists. After that moment, she will begin to change. Slowly. Quietly. But surely. She will look to you more. She will trust again. Type Amen to get blessing 2170. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You may find your old childhood things suddenly significant, photos, letters, even toys. These are not just memories, they are anchors. They remind her of the version of herself she wants to return to. Archangel Michael says her spirit still remembers the light. No matter how far she seems, that spark is still burning inside her. And it is your voice, your love, your presence that is awakening it. You were placed in her life not just by blood, but by divine order. You could have been born to anyone, but you were born to this family, in this moment, for this very rescue. Your sister will survive this. She will not be lost. But she needs you to walk beside her, even if she pushes you away at times. Type Amen to get blessing 2299. There's a family member, an elder, maybe a grandparent, who saw this coming. They prayed over you both long ago. Their words are still echoing, protecting, guiding. That intercession is part of why this truth is reaching you now. You are the fulfillment of a promise made generations ago. You carry more than blood, you carry legacy, power, and deliverance. Your voice can silence storms. Your sister may become physically sick during this transition. Do not be afraid. That is the spirit of affliction losing its grip. Healing will follow. Make space for her recovery. A clean room, warm light, soft words. Create a place where her soul feels safe to return. Type Amen to get blessing 2404. The person who influenced her darkness will be exposed. Their words will no longer hold weight. Their influence will fade. But you must not confront them, let heaven handle that part. Your focus is your sister. She will need you to remind her of who she is. Not who she became, not who the world labeled her, but who she truly is beneath it all. She is a survivor. A fighter. But she's also tired. Your strength in this season is not just for you, it's for her restoration too. You may not get a thank you right away. But one day, she will speak of you with tears in her eyes and say, "They saved me." Type Amen to get blessing 2555. You will notice blessings flow into your life as this battle is won. Unexpected favor. New doors. Protection that seems unexplainable. These are divine rewards for your obedience. This assignment is nearly complete, but your presence remains important. Even after she seems better, stay close. The rebuilding takes time. You are now more powerful than ever before. Spiritually stronger. Sharper. Wiser. This battle was not only to save her, it was to elevate you. Archangel Michael says your name is known in the spirit realm. You are watched, protected, and honored. The war may have been heavy, but the crown you wear now is radiant. Type Amen to get blessing 2700. Your sister will rise again. She will walk free. She will laugh without fear, love without chains, and dream without doubt. The world hasn't seen her true self yet. But it will. And when it does, you'll stand beside her, not as a rescuer, but as a witness to the miracle. You were never crazy for sensing something was off. You were never wrong to worry. The whispers, the dreams, the chills, they were all heaven's early alarms. Now, as the clouds clear and her light returns, you'll see the full beauty of what your love has done. You saved not just her life, but her legacy. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. Stay close to her now. Even if she doesn't speak much. Your presence is medicine. Your silence is safety. Your love is her map home. Soon, people will ask how she came back from so far. She'll smile and point to you. That is your reward. That is your glory. She will never forget this season. And neither will heaven. Your name was spoken before the throne, and divine strength was sent because of your heart. This is not just a story of survival. It's a story of resurrection. A sister brought back from the edge because of divine intervention through you. Type Amen to get blessing 3001. Now breathe. The worst is over. A new chapter begins. One where healing flows and restoration rains down like never before. Look at your hands. They carry the imprint of a rescue mission accomplished. You were chosen, trusted, anointed. This is what divine love looks like. This is what spiritual victory feels like. The enemy fled. The battle ended. And your sister is home again. Let the light stay on. Let the love stay loud. Let the peace stay permanent. This is your reward. This is your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 3221. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.